Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I hope everyone is doing good by the mercy of Almighty Allah. And in today's video, we are going to discuss about the problem related to soil fertility. And we know that over the time the soil fertility is something which goes down, right? For example, how much good harvest we are going to get, that actually depends on how much fertile the land is. If the land is very much fertile, then what happens, the produce is very good, right? The harvest is very good. But if you use a land for the first time, it will give you maybe very good produce because the fertility is good. But next year when you come and do some production again, what will happen? Will you get the same fertility? No, we know that overusing, if you use it over and over again, then the fertility will go down, and that will impact your produce. Okay, so each year you are going to get less than the previous year if you do not do something about it. So for that, what we do, we use fertilizer. Okay, so if the fertility is going down, we are using fertilizer. Okay, to keep the fertility to the same level. Okay, so as the fertility is something which is going down, okay, so we will be using the formula of depreciation. Okay, so let us go through the problem. This is an example that is in your textbook, so the solution is already there. I will be just explaining it. Okay, if the fertility of the land decreases at the rate of 2% per year, so after 1 year it goes down by 2%. After how many years the fertility of the land will decrease by 30%? Okay, so that is one part of the problem. If every kg of fertilizer increases the fertility of 1 kathah of land by 5%, what amount of fertilizer should be used in 1 bigha of land every year? And they have given you the information that 1 bigha is equal to 20 kathah. Now, it is also important to know that if I want to, as I already told you, that if I want to maintain the same level of fertility, I must use fertilizer. But it is important to know how much fertilizer you have to use, because if you do not know how much fertilizer you have to use, then if you use more than that, and that is not something good for the produce. And if you use less than that, then that is also not good. So we have to know the correct amount. Okay, so inshallah we will see how to calculate it. Okay. Okay, now you can see the solution is already here, as it is already solved in the textbook. I did not solve it on my own. I'm just sharing the picture and I will be explaining it. Okay, so from the depreciation law, we know that pt is equal to p into 1 minus r whole to the power t. Okay, here p is the initial fertility of the land. Okay, and r is the rate of depreciation, how much the fertility is going down, which is given by 2%. Okay, for each year. Then t is the time. Okay, and pt is the final amount of fertility of a certain, after a certain time period. So they have said what I already mentioned. Initial fertility is p, rate of fertility decline r, that is 2%. So if you divide it by 100, you will get 0.02. Soil fertility after time t, that is pt. Now they are saying that the fertility of the land will decrease by 30%. Correct or not? So if it is decreasing by 30%, I already told you that whenever it is decreasing, we will subtract. Whenever it is increasing, we will add. Now add or decrease, subtract from what? From 100, because 30 out of 100% means out of 100. So from 100, 30 is decreasing, so 70% will be remaining. Correct? So we are starting with p, but only 70% will be remaining after some time. So it will be pt will be 0.7 p. So we will replace it. Okay, pt here the form in the formula, pt will be replaced by 0.7 p. Then this p will be as it is, and then r, we will replace the value of r also here, 1 minus 0.02 whole to the power t. So we will do the regular calculation. P from both the sides you can cancel, and then 1 minus 0.02, it gives you 0.98 if you do it in the calculator. Then from this is the exponential line. From here you should be able to write the logarithmic line by now. So the exponent t will come first, then equal to log, then whatever the base is, the same base will be here, and the 0.7 it will be here. So if you write this part in the calculator, you are supposed to get almost something equal to 17.6. okay, as I already told you. mm, if it is not the exact answer, you have to write in the bracket approximately, and if you are not writing approximately, you just make the equal sign a little bit wavy. That also means that it is not the exact answer, you have rounded it up. Okay, so after 17.6 years, the fertility of the land will be decreasing by 30%. Hope this is clear. So that is the first part, right? They asked after how many years. So after how many years? 17.6 years. Okay, the fertility of the land will decrease by 30%. Okay, understood. Now if every kg means 1 kg of fertilizer increases the fertility of 1 kata of land by 5%. So we let us mention this. To increase the fertility of 1 kata land by 5%, required fertilizer is 1 kg, because they said every kg, right? Every kg means 1 kg. Now, is our depreciation 5%? No. If our depreciation is 5%, then the solution would be much easier actually. But here our depreciation is not 5%, rather it is 2%. So to increase the fertility of 1 kata land by 2%, the required fertilizer will be 2 by 5. Okay. Okay. And then to increase the fertility of 1 bigha land, you can see that 1 kata is the unit. So 1 bigha, it is actually equal to 20 kata. So instead of 1 bigha, you can just write 20 kata. So for 1 kata, the amount is 2 by 5. So for 20 kata, it will be 2 by 5 into 20. Okay, times 20. So you get 8 kg. Okay, so here if you want, you can write 1 bigha or 20 kata. Okay, if you find it easier to understand that here is 1 kata, then here is 20 kata, so we multiply 20, so you can write 20 kata. But if you write 1 bigha also, no problem, they both are same. 1 bigha is equal to 20 kata. So if you do the multiplication, then the answer will be 8 kg. That means if you have 1 bigha of land where the fertility is going down each year by 2%, then 8 kg of fertilizer you need to use to keep it to the same level. Okay, I hope this is clear. So that is the answer actually, what amount of fertilizer should be used in 1 bigha of land every year. Okay, so I hope there is no doubt. If you still have any problem in understanding, then kindly let me know, we will discuss about it further. So thank you. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.